We love to point the finger at the narcissist for their black and white thinking, right? They'll split you into good or bad and then behave accordingly, and it will fluctuate from day to day. But here's the thing. You're doing it too. You try to fit them into categories like narcissist, avoidant. Are they good or are they bad? Do they love me or do they not? And that's exactly what keeps you stuck in confusion and pain. Because what if it's both? What if they simply are capable of showing you love one moment and then causing harm the next? What if you give yourself permission to hold that duality, seeing the love and the pain, the good and the bad, without rejecting either? It's really hard to do, right? Because holding both challenges your beliefs. Our minds love simplicity. All it wants is to put everything into nice little boxes because that is how it keeps you safe. But healing and real alignment requires us to embrace complexity. Our black and white thinking shows up everywhere. If you've been in a toxic relationship, you might say, was it love or was it manipulation? But the truth is, it's both. Both people were operating from a distorted version of love. They both thought that love is something you get from somebody else, whether that's through control or overgiving. But love isn't something you get from somebody else. It is a state. It is a perception. When you move from that place, everything you do is love. And until you're able to get to that state, the only thing you will see is your side. So you blame the other person and you stay stuck. The same goes for estranged children and their parents. It's hard to hold space for your parents' humanity when they have caused you pain, right? You might think if I forgive them, then it means I'm dismissing my pain, but it doesn't. And that's the trap. Forgiveness doesn't erase your pain. It adds layers to your understanding. Your parents' humanity doesn't take away from your pain. It actually adds depth to it. It's both. Our parents are human and our pain is real. Can you simply hold space for both? No action necessary. You don't need their validation and you don't need to go no contact. It doesn't need to be black and white. I started doing soul work. I began rejecting my ego's desires as bad. I thought if I'm doing soul work, I can't want these things that are ego driven. But here's the thing, we are human and we are soul. We can desire things that fulfill us on a human level and still be deeply aligned with our soul's purpose. Why do we keep trying to fit these things in boxes? Because it's easier. Because it is easier to reject duality than to hold space for both. But here's the catch. When we avoid collapsing those beliefs, we keep ourselves stuck. So here's the invitation. Instead of rejecting duality, can you train yourself to hold space for it? Can you trust that our soul and our ego, our love and our pain, and even our parents' flaws and our wounds can exist at once? Because when you do, that is when you feel true freedom.